Purpose. What is purpose? The reason something is done or created or for which something exists. Everyone wants purpose in their life. They want to feel needed or have some sort of achievement. And those who have yet to find it in their lives may fall into a depression. So what do they do to avoid that inevitable sadness? They cope. To cope with these feelings, people often turn to unhealthy habits, such as mindlessly scrolling on their phones, wasting time on video games, or falling into substance abuse addiction. However, these coping mechanisms only provide temporary relief and do not truly fulfill one's need for a purpose. While playing a video game, you control a character that is given quests to complete. There are constant goals and achievements to accomplish. All of this is to give us humans a feeling of purpose, but not our purpose, not the one that we are meant for, but the video game's purpose. People often find it hard to discover their purpose and figure out what they excel at. I remember in elementary school, and my teacher would ask the class, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And most of my peers would say, "Astronaut" or "doctor." And the teacher would say, "Very good, class." Putting unrealistic expectations on young children of what they want to be when they grow up is ruining their perception of how to think and acknowledge their actions. Now, you might be thinking, isn't that a good thing? Having kids who want to grow up and achieve the job of a high profession such as an astronaut or doctor. But those kids at such an adolescent age have no idea what their purpose is. The real question should be, how are you going to figure out what you want to be? Or how are you going to figure out your purpose? Mark Twain, the author of Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, once said, "The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why." What he is trying to express is that the day you figure out why you were born on this earth is the second highlight of your entire life. You understand why you're here and what you're meant to do. This is a rough subject and it goes really deep, and people have been trying to figure this out for years, thousands of years even. What is the purpose? So I decided to go to my philosophy teacher. I asked my philosophy teacher about this topic, purpose, and he said that our purpose is to help others. When you have money, share it with others. When you have food, share it with others. When you have laughter, share it with others. Our entire purpose is to help others. That's what he thinks. And I do like that way of thinking. I do. Working hard to support your loved ones. This sounds like a nice purpose for everyone. But I don't think I agree with it fully. Maybe that is part of it, but not completely. Inanimate objects can also have purpose, such as a chair, bike, a car, a hat, and so on. But I want to delve into inanimate objects that come from nature and ones that are man-made. William Paley, a Christian philosopher in the 1900s, gave the example of, let's say you are walking on a trail and there's a small rock in your way. You wouldn't care because it's nature, and you wouldn't care what its purpose would be. Now let's say you're walking on that same trail and you stumble upon a watch. The watch has a dial and a crown, and its hands are still ticking. You wouldn't question its purpose, but you would question why it's there. Because you know its purpose is to tell time and to be on somebody's wrist. We know the purpose of man-made objects because we gave them a purpose when making them. So how do we figure out our purpose? We have to look back at our creator and go on a mission to find it. That's what he believed. And I do have to say, I like the way Paley explained the meaning of purpose. Finding your purpose has a tremendous impact on how you view yourself. The reason one is born is to have a purpose, right? Is that true? Then why are humans created in the first place? Oliver Wendell Holmes, former Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, once said, "Most of us go to our graves with our music still inside us, unplayed. Unfortunately, many people end up dying before they can find their purpose in this world. They still have some sort of spark inside of them, yet unused. And to me, that sounds incredibly depressing. Living a life without finding what you were put on this earth for. So you might be asking, Spencer, how do I find my purpose? And to be honest with you, I don't completely know the answer because I'm trying to find out my own purpose, the solution for this question myself. I can confidently say that I'm not all knowing, knows every remedy for every disease. I'm still a young man trying to figure out his life by being open minded. I know what I wouldn't do to find my purpose. I wouldn't sit on my bed half the day, becoming unaware of how much garbage I consume on this little block. I wouldn't be closed minded and impatient with others. I wouldn't smoke, drink, or party excessively. You can't let these minuscule things dictate and run your life. Find your purpose, put it to use, and ensure success for your life. What would I do? Is I would get out of my room and explore, whether that be exploring a new environment, working out, or just making myself uncomfortable. Because at the end of the day, we humans grow the most when we are uncomfortable. But I'll talk to you about that in the next video. Thank you.